Oh, you need to print that? Okay. I can do that. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Sonia, and you know, I should have just made you a copy if I realized it. I never clicked that. No, the copy.
All right, welcome to the Town of Poughkeepsie Zoning Board of Appeals. It's November 10th, 2025. If you'd all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Christine?
Here.
Art is absent. Phyllis?
Here.
I'm here. Larry is absent. Tony G. Here. Linda?
Here.
Tony S. Here. Okay, we are missing a couple of board members, so Linda, our alternate, will be a voting member tonight. For any of you unfamiliar with proceeding here before the Zoning Board of Appeals, there is an agenda up here and also on the website. Each item will be taken in the order that it appears on the agenda. The applicant will come forward, will be sworn, will describe their application. There may be some questions from the board. At that point, the public will have an opportunity to comment on the application. If the record's closed, we'll move on to the next applicant. When we get to the end of the agenda, it'll all be closed. There may be a period where we'll take a break or we'll just go into deliberation. At the time of deliberation, no further testimony or evidence is taken. We'll deliberate and open and make our decisions. You can either wait till the end of the meeting to find out the status of the application, or you can call the zoning zoning administration in the morning. With that, let's begin. Item number 1 on the agenda is 211 Beechwood Avenue. You want to come forward? Right. And then just state your names.
Penny Pagliaro.
Timothy Ryan, Cirillo Architects.
Yeah, actually, you haven't been sworn before, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I do.
All right, we've been discussing different alternatives to parking in the front of the building, and you've come up with something, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's take a look at that. Is there a way for you to share your screen? Or you don't have it on your
I
computer?
don't have a lot.
Okay.
All right, sorry.
All right, so what you've described is a lot in front of the building, which looks like it has parking for 3 cars, and then a portion for a van to come in, turn around, and then back into the existing part on the right side of the building?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And you've calculated what the total area of that is, right?
I beg your pardon?
You calculated the total area of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Of the new building.
All right, and we also discussed some landscaping to kind of block any impact from the cars parking in the front.
Correct, yeah. Any light shining on the neighbor's property, et cetera, provide some screening from Beechwood Avenue. So we're planting 21 emerald green, which is an evergreen plant. They'll be planted out about 5 to 6 feet in height, staggered planting. And that'll provide screening they'll be at 4 feet on center, which will provide screening from the parking area to the surrounding properties.
Okay. And part of the purpose of the turnaround there was to reduce the noise from the backup alarms on the vans, is that correct?
Yes, there's concern over the vans that back all the way down the driveway to pick up the residents. So the idea would be that the van would pull into the driveway face first, pull into that reserved parking area, and back into a loading portion of the driveway, which would minimize the noise and the backup to maybe a minute or two to back a van up about maybe 30 feet, 20 feet.
Okay. And there was a document from the Arlington Fire District. Did you have an opportunity to review that?
I did, yep.
All right. Do you have any concerns about that?
I do not. The house is fully sprinklered with an NFPA 13 sprinkler system. This area, the main access, if the vans park where they're supposed to, there should be full access to the main entrance of the building, which was one of their concerns. And we have several accessible ramps for the residents to egress. I believe there's once a month, is it? Cheryl?
Yes.
They're timed, the residents are timed for how quickly they get out of the house.
Okay. All right. Christine, do you have any questions?
I don't have any further questions.
Phyllis?
I have no questions.
Tony?
No questions.
Linda? Tony? No questions. All right, in addition to the letter from the fire district, which will be made part of the record, there have been several emails from neighbors, which will also be made part of the record. Anyone from the public who wishes to comment on this application? All right, I see no one in the audience. Is there anyone on Zoom who wishes to comment on this application?
If you're on Zoom, you just need to unmute yourself or raise a hand.
All right, I don't see anyone, so I'll move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. And again, you can wait till the end of the evening, or you can call in the morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That brings us to item number 2, 2 Pendle Road. There's a request from the applicant to adjourn this to December 8th, 2025 meeting, since the planning board has yet to make a determination of significance. So I'll move to adjourn this to December 8th.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, then that motion carries. Next is number 3, 89 Kensington Lane. There's a request by the applicant to adjourn that to the December 8th meeting. They're supposed to produce some speed data for us to make our determination. So I'll move to adjourn that to the December 8th meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Then that motion carries. Next up is 3 Drum Court. Is there someone here from that application?
Yes. I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right, why don't you just state your name?
Sharon Augustine.
Ms. Augustine, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, why don't you describe the application?
Can't even see.
Um,
Could you see me?
I can see you. Yeah, you want to describe the application?
It's for my driveway. I extended my driveway.
Okay, and when did you do that?
Go ahead.
When did you extend the driveway?
When did I extend it?
Yeah.
Did you say when or where?
When?
Where? 3 Drum Court in front of my my garage.
Yeah, when did you do that?
In 3 Drum Court.
Yeah, when? What?
Not hearing you.
What date or when, what year?
How long ago did you do it?
Oh, what date? Oh. Hold on, like couple months ago. Like
And
2
you-
months
you-
ago.
You said you extended in front of your garage?
Yes.
Did you extend in front of the garage or in front of the front steps?
In front of the front step.
Okay, and can you tell us why you need to do that?
For my family, for when they come for safe parking off the street.
Okay. And the last time we were here, we talked about some construction that was going on to the left side of the building. Chrissy, did you have
Yes.
an opportunity, or did anybody have an opportunity to get out there? Okay. Can you just briefly describe what you did on the left side of the house?
Steps. I put a step.
A step?
Yeah.
How wide
It
is
had
that step?
step there. It had step there already, but I make it a little wider.
How, can you tell me the size of that step?
Um, no, I don't know the exact size. My husband maybe know.
Okay. All right. And you have a mailbox in front of the extension to the driveway, right?
Yes. The mailbox was always there.
Say that again?
The mailbox was always there.
Yeah, okay. All right, Christine, you have any questions?
No, I just wanted to confirm, I don't know if you can see this, but on the picture that you sent in, the
Yeah.
the paved part goes over where it's red over here, is that correct? It's outlined in blue, and then to the right of that, there's an area that's marked off in red. That's also paved, correct?
Yes, and yes, it paved right. It passed the step a little bit out.
Right, okay. That's all, I just wanted to confirm that, thank you.
Phyllis?
I have no questions.
Tony?
No questions.
Linda?
No questions.
Tony? No questions. All right, anyone from the public who wishes to comment on this application? I don't see anyone in the audience. Is there anyone on Zoom who wishes to comment on this application at 3 Drum Court? I don't see anyone on Zoom, so I'll move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Then that motion carries. That brings us to number 4, oh no, I'm sorry, number 5, 217 Over Rocker Road. Is there somebody here from that?
Yes, I'm here, Skylar Soto.
Okay, why don't you state your name?
Skylar Soto.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, why don't you describe this application?
So I'm just purchased the house. I closed on it about 2 weeks ago, and I think on October 28th on Tuesday. And there was a municipal violation that I guess there was a back porch, back deck that was built within under like 20 feet from the neighbor's property. So I guess that was a municipal violation that I'm trying to get cleared. It is a second fire escape for emergencies. It's only that and the front door, so it is a pretty useful deck, pretty useful exit for the home. Besides that, there's another item on I saw that was on the agenda for a shed that doesn't exist on the property anymore, so I'm not sure why that's on there. So I think that one doesn't need to be discussed. But
Okay, tell me, has the building inspector or anybody looked at the deck to see whether it complies with the code?
I do not believe so.
Well, let me ask you this, do you intend to replace it or keep it the way it is?
I'd like to keep it the way it is. If it needs to be updated to, to code, if it's not safe for any reason, then I'd be willing to, make the updates to it, but I wasn't planning on replacing it or removing it if I didn't have to.
Okay. Chrissy, typically would the building inspector go out and look at this if we grant the variance or?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I think they were already out there.
It didn't look like it really
Okay.
comported with the code, but they didn't say anything?
Has to comply with the code of the year that it was built.
Of the year it was built?
Old.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm building code, not the zoning code, but, and
I'll make sure.
the garage, is the garage legal?
Are you asking me?
It
No.
has to be, I would assume it has to be because the deck came up on a CO search,
Okay.
so everything else should be legal.
All right. Christine,
No questions.
Phyllis,
I have no questions.
Tony?
No questions.
No questions.
Tony? No questions. All right, anyone from the public who wishes to comment on this application? All right, I don't see anyone in the audience. Is there anyone on Zoom who wishes to comment on this application? All right. I don't see anyone. Does anyone want to comment on the application on 217 Over Rocker Road? Okay, then I'll move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, then that motion carries. Next is item number 6. 55 Scenic Drive, that was already adjourned to December 8th. So item number 7, 31 Heathbrook Drive. Okay, why don't you state your name?
Julie Nardi?
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, why don't you describe this application?
We are looking to get a variance for a shed on our property, which currently has had a shed there for 12 years. That's dilapidated and falling apart, and we're looking to take that down and put a brand-new, beautiful shed up.
Do you know what size shed you're gonna put up?
I did, I submitted it with my application along with pictures. And it's 12 by 14.
Okay, and how tall is it?
The dimensions.
Well, how far over the fence that's there will it extend?
I don't know. It's a single slope roof, so it'll be lower than the fence as far as what I have a picture of it, I don't know. The dimensions aren't on the front, but not very tall. 12 feet maybe tall? 8?
Okay, and you have an 8-foot fence there along the,
Do I have what?
an 8-foot fence along the roadway?
We have a 6-foot fence,
6
but
foot?
our property sits lower than,
Okay. And the reason for this is that you have a corner lot, right? That's what's
yes, we
necessitating
have
the need for
2
the
front
variance?
yards, yes.
Okay, so there's nowhere else on your property that you could put a shed that would not require a variance, is that
Correct.
accurate?
Correct.
All right. Tony S., you have any questions? Linda?
No.
Tony G.?
No questions.
Phyllis?
No questions.
Christine?
No questions.
Okay, anyone from the public who wishes to comment on this application? All right, I don't see anyone in the audience. Is there anyone on Zoom who wishes to comment on this application? All right, I don't see anyone, so I'll move to close the public hearing.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Okay, and again, you can wait till the end of the evening or find out in the morning. Next is number 7 McCracken Lane.
Eight.
8?
Oh, they changed.
130.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's in there.
I missed 8, okay. 130 Ridgeview Road. Sorry about that.
Good evening.
Hi, why don't you state your name?
Daniel E. Garay Jr.
Do you,
Finder of lost phones.
Excuse me?
Finder of lost phones.
Yes.
do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, why don't you describe this application? What do you want to do?
I want to build a 3-car garage on the right-hand side of the house facing from the road in. And by doing so, add an additional driveway to the property.
Okay. And how big is your property?
Just about 4 acres.
Okay. And the driveway that's there, why can't you put a garage on that side of the house?
Because the property line is 60 feet from the house, and that's the only access to the rest of the property is on the left-hand side, because the right-hand side drops off.
Okay? Is the garage attached?
It will be, yes.
Tony, any questions? Tony S.
Just to clarify, you're using the existing driveway now, right, for parking?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's no garage on that
Yeah,
side.
right, okay. So you're looking at doing a second driveway?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Linda?
You know, we were out there and so the driveway that you're proposing is beyond the stone wall? Because I see this.
Yes, it's
stone
between
wall.
the stone wall and the property line on the right-hand side.
Okay. No, that's it. That was my only question. Thank you.
Tony?
You're the last house on the end.
Yes.
There's nobody past you, right? And there's nobody really across the street from you either, right?
No, we're the only house in the cul-de-sac.
That's all I have.
Phyllis?
I don't have any questions.
Christine?
No questions.
All right. Anyone from the public who wishes to comment on this application? Sure, come on up.
Neighbor.
You're not gonna fight, right?
What?
You won't fight?
He's bigger than I am.
All right, so have a seat, state your name.
My name's Lisa Rudico.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I do.
All right, what would you like to say?
I have a question. I know you're in the construction business or some kind of business involving trucks. Do you have another location that you conduct your business out of, or is this?
Yes,
gonna-
I do.
So
You do.
here, I'm gonna
does.
interrupt you just for a moment. This is an opportunity for you to comment on the application. Okay, it's not really a question and answer.
Oh, okay.
Period. But do
Okay.
you have any comments about this application? About the second driveway?
I only had a question about it, really,
Okay,
to
you
see.
can talk to him about that, but here it's just really the comment.
Okay.
We just want to hear any comments about the application.
Okay, well,
Any concerns that people have.
the concern is that we have a beautiful cul-de-sac, we have a beautiful end of the road. His landscaping is very nice, and you'll continue to keep it like that.
Of course.
What can I say? I just wanted, my main question was that because a lot of trucks have been there in the last months, and I'm wondering if this is the place that he wants to conduct his business out of, but it isn't.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's,
Anyone else who wishes to comment on this application? Come on up.
I just had a question. The application says detached. Is this garage going to be attached or detached?
Attached.
Okay, thank you.
Would you state your name?
Elisa Swire.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
What comments would you like to make?
I'm a little spatially challenged, but I am confused about it being an attached structure, but on the other side of the stone wall.
So the application is for the second driveway, so he has not, currently, he has not made an application about the garage. I assume that he put in for a building permit, but he's looking to make sure that he can get the driveway before he does that. But I see that he's handed you a copy of his plans.
Thank you. It was a little hard from the description to understand what was being proposed. So you're gonna put that in there. That's great, thank you.
Okay. Anybody who would like to comment on this application? All right, I don't see anyone in the audience. Is there anyone on Zoom? All right, I don't see anyone, so I'll move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Then that motion carries. And now apparently, number 9, 7 McCracken Lane.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, if you'd state your names.
Good evening, Heather Kahn.
Ruth Kava?
Do you both swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, why don't you describe your application?
My client would like to construct a one-car garage in what would be traditionally the rear of her property, but that property backs up to Locust Road, so we've been informed we need a variance.
Okay, and could you describe briefly you have a lease for the property, is that correct?
It's what's called a leasehold property. It's on the Vassar College property. So I own the house, I don't own the land, but I have permission from Vassar to add this garage.
Okay. We have a copy of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And does your property in any way articulate with Locust Road?
No,
Okay, it's simply just because on the map you have that road and then the other?
no, and there's a fence on my property that closes it off from Locust Road.
Yeah, the existing garage, it's a flag lot off of McCracken. The existing garage comes off McCracken, the house fronts McCracken. It's really the only logical location for the garage.
And there's no room well, you couldn't put it in front of the house, so.
That would also require variance.
Any place that you put it would require a variance.
Apparently.
Yeah. Tony, do you have any questions?
Well, I was just curious as to whether you had considered doing something on the side of the house with your existing driveway. It looks like you have some kind of a
There's a
carport or
carport.
a shed there or something.
There's a carport there, and I had considered it, but it would, I think, end up being more expensive to do that, and there would be no entry to the house either way. This way, if I had a separate one-car garage, I would basically have room for 2 cars without building a larger structure.
Okay, thank you.
Linda?
No, but basically, that was the same question I had. So
Tony?
other
No
questions.
Phyllis?
When you considered placing the garage on your property, unless I'm mistaken, if I'm looking at the house, it's gonna be to the left.
If you're
Right.
looking, the proposed garage is on the north side of my house, which is on the left, if you're at the front door.
Okay, so it's a part of the property that's closest to the neighbor.
Yes,
Okay. The right side of the house was not considered? It
There's no
was
access.
there's no access.
To,
The right side of the property unless a new driveway was put in off of Locust Drive, which there's no.
okay, thank you. I don't have any other questions.
Christine?
No questions.
All right, anyone from the public who wishes to comment on this application? Come on up.
We're gonna have to ask, one of, or both
Or you
of
can
you
either
to
take the microphone or-
step down, or, everyone's friendly, it looks like, so.
All right, if you'd state your name?
Brian Corrigan?
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
All right, what would you like to
I just
say?
have a general question. So I'm campus architect at Vassar College, and I guess a question for the board here is, will the question of this variance necessity, will that kind of extend to the rest of the houses that are located on McCracken? None of those houses front Locust. There's a landscaped buffer that is 15, 20 feet deep. There's no curb cuts, there's no access. Clearly, if you're there on site, you can see that all the driveways are dumping into McCracken. So I'm just curious, does this set a precedent for the rest of the residents on that road to
to also have to request variances if they intend on moving forward with any other.
If they're all in the same situation, that they're in between McCracken and Locust, they would fall into the same scenario. That's correct, Chrissy?
Yes.
Okay. So is your question about whether a need for a variance, or whether this would guarantee that they would be granted a variance if they asked?
No, I'm not asking about guarantee. I guess I'm just asking about the hardship put upon any of those other residents having to go through a variance process.
Her application has nothing to do with whether they require a variance. If they're positioned so that their property fronts two roads, in order to put an accessory structure, they would need a variance. That's accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess my question and concern, or maybe there needs to be more clarification in the zoning code to further define a front yard. I understand when you have two front yards when you're a corner lot. That makes
I would say that this is an unusual situation.
Yeah, and hence my concern and, dare I venture to say, confusion. But I guess that's all. I just wanted to
Okay.
express that.
Are your neighbors gonna get garages?
I'm sorry?
Will all your neighbors get garages now?
What does he say?
Will all the neighbors get garages?
Most of them have them. I'm just unlucky.
All right then. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Anyone from Zoom, was there anyone else in the audience who wished to comment on this application? All right. Anyone on Zoom? All right, I don't see anyone, so I'll move to close the public hearing.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, then that motion carries. That brings us to item number 10, 2586, 2600 South Road, Poughkeepsie Plaza Mall.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Maria Rotundo with Light Bright Signs.
Maria, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to provide tonight is true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I do.
All right, why don't you describe your application?
So we are asking for a variance for an exterior storefront sign for Five Below. The total square footage is 95. We're only allowed 25. So we're asking for a variance for 70 square feet. And the code is only 25 because we have an interior. So this is unique because we have an interior entrance and an exterior entrance.
Okay. And in your application, you submitted, it looks like what you want,
Yes,
okay? And then also an illustration of what comports with the code.
correct.
Okay. Are you able to produce something in between? I mean, not right now, but.
I mean, so you
So
don't.
typically, we look for something that, you show an illustration of what comports with the code, an illustration of what you want, but then something in the middle that we can consider.
I mean, they would be happy if you would give us a smaller letter, which would be 75 square feet. Because, these are all prefab, there's like sizes, so that would be a 75 square foot sign. I have illustrations.
Of the 75 foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I come up? Sure. I have 6 of them now, I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Aren't they in our packet?
We could share.
75,
No, that wasn't in our packet.
It's the one you're drawing, and then that's the one you're drawing.
So what would have happened if I didn't have a second option?
We would give you an opportunity to adjourn it, we would
And
adjourn
come
it for an
back.
opportunity for you to come back.
It's more important actually that we see it. I can share with it.
Oh, thank you, I'm sorry. I only have 6.
That's all right. And unless anybody on the board is ready to vote now, I would suggest that perhaps another smaller illustration.
Well, That's a 3-foot, 3-inch sign, if that's correct. I don't have my rendering in front of me because I gave you guys all the copies, but, I mean, I don't know how much smaller we could go. Like, the storefront is so huge, it warrants a bigger sign. But if you look at the 25 square foot sign, that one's like 1 foot, 6 inch, I think.
Yeah, 1.6 inches.
So, and then if you look at the 3-foot, 3-inch, I mean, I don't know how much smaller, you know, it might start looking small and unlegible.
Well, what's the one right to the red one next to it? The sign, the red sign next to it, is it?
Something pro.
In your,
Oh, it's,
Nail Pro?
I don't know the sizes of the neighbor's sign, though. So Five Below has, I think, more frontage. Home Goods has the biggest amount.
In the second page of your most recent submission with a smaller, I'd be interested in finding out the size of the signs on both the left and the right of where you want to put Five Below. I think can we get that from you, Chrissy?
I can try. I know that the one that's there existing, Joanne's, never had a permit, so technically that one's illegal.
This is an entrance, that's all I have that feature.
Right.
And then these are just, and then the entrances are.
Does that entrance go right into Five Below?
Yes. No?
Right.
Oh,
Into the mall.
It's Joanne's, you have to go into the mall, there's a common area hallway, and then you go into the store.
oh, it's on the left?
It's in front of,
So,
it's in front of Joanne's, but it doesn't go directly.
that's why it's a
Not an
different
entrance
section of the
to
code, because it doesn't have its own entrance.
Oh, I thought it was because they had an interior entrance, but you would know,
No,
not me.
Yeah, it doesn't have its own entrance.
So, do you have something between, you don't have anything between?
No, I think then we would go down to like 2 foot. I mean, and I don't, I thought that was fair, you know, in relation to the storefront.
I think I'd like to see the 2-foot one, just so we can.
Yeah, I'm not
you
sure
can
the
convince me.
exact size, because I'd have to get back with
Whatever one
corporate.
you have smaller than this, so you can convince me that, which one to get.
So I'd have to come back again? All right, I don't know how close they are to opening, but,
You can get a temporary sign, right?
I don't think
They
they're
don't
that,
even have a building permit yet.
yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I don't think they're
okay.
that close at all,
Which is why we
yeah.
didn't sign off on the temporary banners yet, because we want them to
Okay.
get their building permit first.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what the 2 foot exactly would be, like 2 foot, 5
Just looking for
inch, I'm
something
not
in
sure.
between what's the 25 foot and what your most recent submission. So whatever you have in between there, I'd like to see that.
Okay,
And the next meeting is December 8th, so, yeah.
okay. December 8th?
And what's the submission date for,
21st November.
What was that?
Deadline is 21st November.
for you to submit?
November 31st?
21st.
Oh, 21st.
21st, and then the meeting December 8th. And then when I submit, what do I submit? Just the rendering, like what I did tonight?
Yeah. Yep.
And to your email?
Yeah. Sonia.
Oh, you're Sonia. Oh, I see your face now. Oh, she's great.
Tell her that.
No, like, you're great. You're wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
That's on record.
All right,
Okay. All right, then.
so I'll
I
see
move
you
to-
next month.
I move to adjourn this to December 8th. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
Well, can I just ask one question? I just want to ask you about, so you've asked for something that's a little bit smaller than the one that you just handed. Okay, I just wanted, I thought I misunderstood. Thank you.
All right, that brings us to the end of our agenda. Okay. Does anyone need a break? No. Okay. Then let's see who's here.
Number 7.
Three Drum Court is here, okay? So let's see.
Number 4.
Okay, so this is an extension. Let's see if I got the notes. So the code is for a 15-foot driveway. She has, it's prior to their changing it, it was 23 feet wide. So she added an additional 12 feet for a 35-foot wide driveway. That would require a 20-foot variance. We've gone through the neighborhood, and I don't see any other driveways that look like that have a mailbox in the middle of the driveway, or that extend in front of the steps. So I think that that's a change in the character of the neighborhood. The applicant says she needs the parking for when her kids come by to avoid parking in the street. There was no testimony that they spend the night there, so there's no, I don't see any need, there's no prohibition from them parking in the street, so. And it is a cul-de-sac. I think the requested variance is substantial. And although there's no negative impact on the physical or environmental condition of the neighborhood, this was certainly self-created. So, does anybody have any problems with, well, what do you feel about this proposal? Let me take a short poll. Who's in favor of granting the variance? I would be in favor of granting the variance to the prior 23 feet, so that she doesn't have to take that back, but the extension, I think, is I would deny the extension. Is there anybody that disagrees with that?
Sounds reasonable.
All right, then let me make these findings. Whether an undesirable change would reduce in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties will be created by the granting of the variance. This is inconsistent with the character of the neighborhood, and I think it will change the character of the neighborhood. Whether the benefit sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than an area variance, it seemed that the applicant desired this to provide parking and to avoid off-street parking, but it doesn't appear that there's any prohibition to the off-street parking. This is a cul-de-sac, and so it doesn't appear that there are any other traffic implications. And whether the requested area variance is substantial, The 20-foot variance, is more than, is greater than what's allowed under the code. So, is more than what's allowed under the code. So, I don't see there's any physical or environmental impact on the neighborhood. And this is self-created, and I think that is another reason to deny it. And so I offer those findings. So, Christine, if you want to make a motion to grant the request, but only to the amount of 8 feet? Yeah, an 8-foot variance.
8 foot, yeah.
So we're granting an 8-foot, that's the word, okay.
That would be my recommendation.
Okay.
Anybody have a problem with that? No? Okay.
All right, I move that the board approve the request for an area variance set forth in item number 4, up to 8 feet, an 8-foot variance. This decision is based on a review of the application, testimony of the applicant, testimony offered in the public hearing, and results of site visits by board members. In approving this variance, the board adopts the findings as set forth by the chair. So moved.
Second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, then that motion carries. Skylar, that's 217 Overrocker Road? Okay. Does anybody have any concerns about this one? The deck extends along the side of the house and doesn't encroach any greater on the side lot line than the principal building. It's been there for quite some time. It's behind the building, can't see it anywhere.
That's fine.
Okay, anybody have any concerns? Then let me offer these findings. Whether an undesirable change would reduce in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties will be created by the granting of the variance. This is consistent with other properties in the area. It appears to have been there for quite some time. It's not really even visible from the street, and it encroaches no further into the side lot line than the principal building. Whether the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than an area variance, even if he took down the deck and moved it to comport with the side lot variance, he's limited in what he can do based upon the doorways that are there, and in fact, he uses it as another exit from the building. And whether the requested area variance is substantial, perhaps numerically, but since it encroaches no further into the side lot line, it has a minimal impact. And I don't find that there's any physical or environmental impact on the neighborhood or district. And while this is self-created, that's not a reason to deny it in this case. And so I offer those findings. Phyllis, do you want to make a motion?
Certainly. I move that the board approve the request for an area variance set forth in item number 5. This decision is based on a review of the application, testimony of the applicant, testimony offered in the public hearings, and the results of site visits by board members. In approving this variance, the board adopts the findings as set forth by the chair.
And just to be clear, this is a variance solely for the deck as the shed has been removed.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, then that motion carries. 31.
Thank you.
I'm sorry?
I said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Next I have item number 7. 31 Heathbrook Drive. Anyone have any concerns about this one? All right, so this is a corner lot, which necessitates the request of the variance. There is already a 6-foot fence there. Based upon the drawings submitted, it appears that there will be no real visible or very limited visible impact from the placement of the shed. And based upon the fact that it's a corner lot, it doesn't seem that there's any place that they put the shed would require a variance. And so let me offer these findings. Whether an undesirable change will be created in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties will be created in granting a variance. This is a variance to replace an existing shed. The lot is surrounded by a fence, so there should be little visual impact from it. And a shed has existed there for quite some time without any detriment to the neighborhood, and is consistent with the neighborhood and other properties there. Due to the fact that it's a corner lot, there's any placement of the shed almost anywhere else on their property would require a variance. And although the variance request is substantial, since it's not allowed in the front yard, its impact is minimal based on the fact that it's a corner lot, and the fencing kind of reduces any visual impact it may have. I don't find that there's any adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions of the neighborhood. And while this is self-created, that's not a reason in this case to deny the variance. And I offer those findings. Tony, do you mind making a motion?
Yep. I move the board approve the request for the area variance set forth in item number 7. This decision is based on a review of the application, testimony of the applicant, testimony offered in public hearings, and result of site visit by board members. In approving this variance, the board adopts the findings set forth by the chair. So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, then that motion carries. That brings us to number 8, 130 Ridge.
We do, he's not here, so why don't we do
Oh.
the
I thought he-
McCracken?
Oh, he did leave? Okay.
Yeah, he's,
All right.
yeah.
All right, then, item 9, 7 McCracken Lane. Does anybody have any concerns about this one? Tony, did you have a concern?
Well, I just thought it would be better to go off the end of the house rather than, than going into the woods, but other than that, whatever.
Okay. All right, then let me offer these findings. Whether an undesirable change would reduce the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties created by the granting of the variance. Other properties have garages that are unattached, and due to the very unusual setting of the house between two roadways rather than a corner lot, this is what makes it necessary for a variance. Whether the benefits offered by the applicant can be achieved by some method other than an area variance, it's based again upon the unique situation of the house and the two roadways. I don't see that there's any other feasible method for the applicant to pursue. And the variance is substantial since it's not allowed. However, its impact is minimized by the unique siting of the house between these two roadways. And I don't see that they'll have any there's no evidence of any adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions. And while this this difficulty was self-created, that's not a reason to deny the variance. And so I had offered those findings. Linda, do you mind making a motion?
I move that the board approve the request for an area variance set forth in item number 9. The decision is based on a review of the application, testimony of the applicant, testimony offered in public hearing, and results of site visits by board members. In approving this variance, the board adopts the findings as set forth by the chair. So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, one opposed, so it still passes 5-1. Okay?
You didn't, okay.
That brings us to number 8. To number 8, 130 Ridgeway Road. Anybody have any concerns about this one?
Well, the only concern I have is the customary resistance to two driveways. So,
I tell you that I was, when I first looked at the application, I had no interest in approving it. But, so the one driveway that he has now goes down a slope.
Yeah.
And he's incapable of putting a garage on that side of the house. So the only place for him to put it is on the other side of the house. And there's no alternative to that other than having a second driveway. And ordinarily, that might be more of a problem for me, but it is a cul-de-sac. It's a 4-acre property.
Yeah, it's a big property.
It's a big property. It does allow him to still use the back of his property, otherwise, because it drops off, and so he can't really utilize the back of his property from that side of the house. And so for those unique reasons, I think it's okay. But I appreciate.
Well, that's the only thing, you know.
Right, typically, I mean, right from the beginning, I thought it was ridiculous until I saw the lot and the property and he explained exactly what's going on.
There's a lot of room on that side of the house.
There is a lot of room on that side of the house.
Well, yeah, there's tremendous amount of space, there's no question about it, so.
And he can't put a garage on the other side,
No, I know that.
so. Linda, did you have any concerns?
Not really, for the same reasons. There's nowhere else that he can put this. I looked at the other side of the house and you couldn't do it.
Right.
Because it would block, there were windows, there were things that it would block. So I didn't see any other alternative for it. And it's the end of a cul-de-sac where, like you say, it's a quiet street. There's a lot of, the properties seem to all have a lot of land to them. So I don't think it would really disrupt much.
Okay. No? Phyllis?
No concerns?
Just-
No, I think since there's so much property there, it's okay.
Then let me offer these findings. Whether an undesirable change reducing the character of the neighborhood. Although this is, there are no other properties similarly situated, because this is a large piece of property and it's on a cul-de-sac, I don't think it's gonna change the character of the neighborhood. It's a big piece of property, all the other pieces of property kind of similarly addressed that way. And so I don't think it's gonna make any change in the character of the neighborhood. And whether the benefit of the applicant can be achieved by some method, the left side of his house, which would typically, I suppose, be where you would put the garage or the driveway that's there, it won't fit, he doesn't have room. And it would block off, as testimony was, that it would block off access to his backyard. The property on the right side where he wants to put the second driveway drops off quickly, so past the house, so he can't really use that as an access to his backyard. And so I don't see that there's any other method other than a variance that he can achieve what he wants to do. And whether the requested area variance is substantial, it certainly is, because you're only allowed one and he wants a second one. But I think the impact here, based upon these unique circumstances, is minimal. And there's no evidence of having an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions. And although this is self-created, I don't find that that's a reason to deny an application in this case. And I offer those findings. Tony, do you mind making this?
No,
I'm sorry.
Do you have to mention that it's attached by the application?
This is just a variance for
This is
request
just
for the
for the driveway,
driveway.
Okay.
yeah. All right, and then the 10 feet is, he wants to do 10 feet for a width on this driveway, is that what it is?
I don't think, let's see.
It says the combined width is 25.
Oh, well, okay. Right, okay. And so, because he has a second driveway, you're adding that onto the side, like, okay. So, in this particular case, that doesn't,
Yeah. So the current one is 15, so he wants to make this combined, he wants to make this 10, basically, right? If I understand correctly.
right.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, he did tell me that he did not plan on parking cars on the driveway. That was the point of the garage, but.
Okay, so, all right, so, because it's, yeah, so it's a 10-foot variance. Okay, all right. So, with respect to.
Hang on just a second. Lisa, do I need to make any further findings to address that? I mean, I would just add that the 10 feet is actually smaller than what's allowed under the code for a driveway.
I think the findings are, I mean, it's really the second driveway that's the reason, but the way the code is worded, it's actually the width that requires the variance, so, yeah, I'll add your addition.
Okay, thank you. All right, sorry to interrupt.
Okay, no, that's okay. So basically, all right, so with regard to item number 8, I move to approve the requested variance to enable the applicant to make a second driveway 10 feet in width for the reason for the findings as described by the chair. And in approving the variance, this is based on a review of the application, testimony of the applicant, testimony offered in the public hearing, and the results of site visits by board members. So moved.
Is there a second?
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Then that motion carries. Okay, that brings us to item number 1, 211 Beechwood Avenue. All right, so this is a request for parking in the front yard. And an additional, actually,
So it doesn't look like the agenda was updated to correspond to what we did a revised legal notice with the current dimensions, which I think was 38 square feet, but give me 1 second. Can't believe we're in November already. Okay, the revised legal notice said 1,524 square feet, 40 feet in depth, with a width varying from 22 feet closer to the road to 32.4 feet closer to the house.
okay.
And the board, if you're going to grant the variance, should condition it on the plantings as specified. All right, so this was an application really to park in front of the building. There are other properties in the area with parking in the front of the building, and so this is not out of character. Parking in the front is not out of character for the neighborhood, all right? There have been neighbor comments regarding the use of the property, and we've taken steps to try and minimize the effect of the use of the property in that regard. However, this variance request is solely to park in the front yard, and so I'm going to offer these findings. Whether an undesirable change would produce in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties will be created by the granting of the variance. The granting of the variance is consistent with other properties in the neighborhood. Other properties have front yard parking, and it's consistent with that. Whether the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than the area variance. Because the primary residence takes up the width of the property, it's impossible to park behind the house. And so there has to be front yard parking. So there's no other way for the applicant to achieve this without a variance. And whether the requested area variance is substantial. Since it's prohibited to park in the front, it is, but I think the applicant has attempted to reduce the impact of front yard parking by agreeing to plant and maintain vegetation in order to shield any of the parking from the neighbors. And there's no evidence that the variance will have an adverse or impact on the physical or environmental conditions. And while this is self-created, that's not a reason to deny it in this case. And so Christine, do you mind making this motion? And I would add that you condition the approval on the planting of shrubberies consistent with the submitted plans and the maintaining of those plantings. Any other suggestions for conditions?
Well, you want to make it just on the plants in general, not just the plantings, but the sizes?
Oh, yeah, yes, consistent with the 1,524 square feet, is that the right number?
Yes.
What was the number?
1,524 square feet with an area from 40 feet by 20 to 32.4 feet, consistent with the submitted plans.
40 feet by.
I think if you just say submitted by the submitted plans, I think
Okay.
Lisa will take care of the rest.
Okay, but I will mention the, give me a second, I just lost my, the screening. Okay, I move that the board approve the request for an area variance set forth in item number 1. This decision is based on a review of the application, testimony of the applicant, testimony offered in the public hearing, and results of site visits by board members. In approving this variance, the board adopts the findings as set forth by the chair with the condition that of the screening and the square footage in the plans. Is that correct?
Right, so the screening and maintaining, the
And so
planting and
the
maintaining
screening
the
and the
screening.
maintenance, the maintaining of the plantings. So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? All right, then that motion carries. Seeing no further business, I move to adjourn. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Then that motion carries. Okay.